I'm gonna try to keep things brief because I know I have a lot to say about this one. Making this video, I'm almost like a little bit sad, like a little melancholy, because I want to gatekeep it. I want it to be exclusively mine forever, and I don't want anyone else to ever have it. But at the same time, like, I love it so much that like I want to be able to share it with everyone, because everyone in their lifetime deserves to witness the masterpiece that is Dolce & Gabbana, the only one intense. Quick backs, oh my god. Sorry, you can see. Quick backstory on this. I actually bought this at a Nordstrom in Hawaii, and it was on sale. It was a complete blind buy. Like, I literally had no idea what it smelled like. I just like decided to get it, and let me just tell you, that was one of like the best decisions I've ever made. Like, genuinely, like, I can't even like okay, I have such like awful memories like associated with this fragrance. Like, I bought and wore this at a time that like my family was like in shambles, and like my entire family like hated me, and like I was like doing so bad mentally, but like I still love this fragrance, like even though it has all those awful moments tied to it. Okay, so the top notes are neroli, green apple, and Italian mandarin. The middle notes are jasmine, coconut, and orange blossom, and the base notes are vanilla, cashmere wood, and cedar. I feel like when I look at those notes, I don't see anything like super out of the ordinary. But when I smell it, it is, I know I literally say that about so many fragrances, but seriously, it is very unique. Not to the point that it's like so distant from like mainstream designer fragrances that like it's completely like separate like universe of like a scent. Like, that's not, it's still at its base does resemble a classic crowd-pleasing scent, but there's just so much goodness to it that I think really sets it apart. So the first thing I want to talk about is that immediately after spraying it, you get the green apple. Let me talk about apple real quick. I don't like how apple smells in fragrances. Like, I think it smells too sweet, kind of like just like artificial, and it's kind of like artificial apple scents just like have this kind of sharpness that I think is really unappealing for me. But this green apple is perfect. Like, the way they've incorporated it so beautifully into that top note. On that initial smell, you get this like this sweet tartness, just like unique note of that green apple. And again, this apple is not like a super ultra sweet fruity type apple. It's a much lighter, much more tart, much more sophisticated, that is followed by a bunch of really just amazing, warm, delicious gourmand notes. And I think if I were to sum up what this fragrance smells like in a nutshell, Dolce & Gabbana, the only one intense, smells like a caramel apple pop, if you've ever had one of those. But like, I feel like it does not do this fragrance justice when I say that, because it smells so freaking good. Like, sorry. There's something that is so just like hypnotic and addictive about this fragrance that I cannot get enough of. It smells like a caramel apple pop that's like bathing in like this like heavenly pool of vanilla and white florals, and it just smells so amazing. There is not a single note in this fragrance that is super prominent or overwhelming. They just all blend together so beautifully to create this seriously like spectacular scent. I knew going into this I was gonna have a lot to say. Man, shut your bitch ass up. Presentation, let's get through this one quick. It is super simple. It is super simple, super classy, not really much to say about it. It's black box with gold lettering. One thing that I will say about this though is that it has so much weight to it. Like, this is the 1 ounce, but it's very like heavy, and not in a bad way. It's just very weighted, and because of that, it feels so luxurious. Like, it feels so high-end. The way this feels in my hand is just so different from like any other like 1 ounce fragrances, because it feels so much more just like valuable to me. I don't know. This bottle is very reminiscent of Tom Ford's bottles, so if you like that aesthetic, then like this also would be really amazing for you. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about the presentation. Like, it's just really classy, black and gold, looks amazing like anywhere. Onto the smell. I did already talk a lot about this, but this, dare I say, might be my all-time favorite smell. If I were to think of like something that I could just smell for the rest of my life, this will probably be the first thing that pops into my head. It is so addictive, yet it isn't overwhelming at all. I feel like it just like surrounds you in this like amazing like embrace of like aroma. I don't know, like it has such a comforting smell and it's so delicious. Like I definitely see this as a gourmand. I just feel like this as a scent checks off like every box of like what I like in fragrances. Like it has white florals, which, you know, it dodges all the pink florals that I don't like. And with the white florals, they aren't overwhelming and they're blended very, very nicely in with the fruits and also the vanilla. So the notes just complement each other so well. I love all things gourmand, you know, sweet but not too sweet, warm, sophisticated, comforting, sensual, something that you can wear on its own and like all the time for any occasion. Like it is so versatile, and I feel like with so many other fragrances, I either don't really see myself picking them up to wear, or I would only wear them if I paired it with something else. But with this, I am totally comfortable wearing only this and just this. It really holds its own. There's so much depth to this fragrance. This is also one of my most complimented fragrances. Whenever I wear this, people tell me that I smell really yummy, and obviously that is a very good sign, and I totally do agree, because this is such a creamy, delicious, mildly fruity, flowery fragrance. As for the performance of this fragrance is phenomenal. So quick backstory. So I got it in Hawaii, and then I was testing it out for the first time. So the night before, I just sprayed some on my wrist, and then I went to sleep. I wake up in the morning and I can still smell it on my arm. Later that day, we go to the beach, we get lunch. I go swimming in the ocean. I come back, I take a shower, and I can still smell it on my wrist. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just like my skin or something, but for me, the longevity of this fragrance was absolutely phenomenal. Literally lasted like an entire day of me like doing like constant activities, many that involve like me literally being in water. Like I've never encountered a fragrance that accomplishes that. Like maybe it has to do with the fact that I sprayed 2 to 3 sprays on my wrist, but this is seriously a very long lasting fragrance. Like you will definitely get, I would say, 6 to 8 hours, and then it can still remain just this very pleasant, creamy skin scent long after that. Like the longevity of this is seriously amazing. And again, with the amazing longevity, there's the amazing sillage. It just smells strong enough that people will be able to smell you and just like notice like how yummy you smell, but it's also moderate enough that like it's not gonna offend anyone and it's not gonna give anyone a headache. It really does just surround you in this very heavenly aura. This is probably my all-time favorite fragrance. Okay, not even probably, like it is. Like this is like my signature scent. Like honestly, every day I want to use this because I just prefer this smell over literally anything else. But also like I need to restrain myself because like this is also like my baby and I don't want to like use it all up. Also, I want to like... The only flaw I would say is that this bottle, it leaves fingerprints so easily. Like, I'm sure you've like noticed them before, but also it's just like me, like fucking like greasy fingers. I don't know. Literally, who cares? Jokes aside, seriously, just one of the most beautiful fragrances I have ever smelled. It has layers and it has all these fruits and florals, yet all of them are very moderate and they blend together to complement this very warm vanilla at the base. So well rounded, and there's nothing sharp. Like it is just so smooth. Okay, so like my dumbass somehow like forgot to give it a rating, but also like I guess that goes to show like how good it is. Like it's so good that like I didn't even like bother giving it a rating. But like if we need numbers, like this is literally like the easiest 5 out of 5 of my life. So yeah, Dolce and Gabanna, the only one intense, truly is the only one. That concludes my review of Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One Intense. Let me know if you guys own this or have smelled this and what you think of it below. And also let me know if there's anything you want me to review next. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I will see you guys soon.